You can begin by finding a nice, comfortable position. No need to do anything yet. Just notice. Notice you're already here. That's often the part we forget. We're already here. There's a bowl. There's a spoon. A chasen. Some matcha. And maybe a bit of humidity in the air. And you are here. Now. A few years ago, I met a man who grew tea along the volcanoes in Kyushu. He had this way of walking through the fields that made time feel different. Not slower exactly, just fuller. Like each step was already enough. He didn't talk much about tea. He just said, "The leaves know if you're present." At the time, I didn't understand. I thought, leaves can't know anything. But later, after sitting with him many times, I realized he wasn't talking about the leaves. He was talking about me and about something else. Something underneath all the rushing. It's like matcha. You can't just stir it. You have to whisk it. And whisking is different. It's not a task. It's a conversation. The chasen touches the bowl gently, like you would wake someone you love, and the matcha, if you let it, shows you how present you really are. You see, when people try to be present, they often try too hard. But presence isn't effort. It's permission. You give yourself permission to feel the sound of the whisk, to feel the air around your body, to hear a bird you didn't notice until now. Not because you looked for it, but because you stopped trying to get anywhere else. One day I asked him, "When did you learn to be so present?" He looked at me for a long time and said, "When my wife passed away." There was a long pause. He didn't cry. He didn't look away. He just held his bowl. Then he looked up, gently, and added, "My grandfather once told me a story. I didn't understand it at the time. He said, there was once a bell maker who lived alone at the edge of the forest. He was famous, not for the sound his bells made, but for the silence just before they rang. People asked him, 'How do you shape that silence?' And he said, 'I don't shape it. I wait for it. I listen to the bronze until it's ready to speak.' One day, a storm came through the valley. His workshop flooded, his tools rusted, his materials were ruined. But still, every morning, he sat with what remained. He waited. Until one day, he heard it again. That silence. And he smiled, because he knew he hadn't lost the bell. He had only forgotten how to listen. The farmer smiled in his reflection of the story and said, 'When my wife passed, I poured tea and forgot to drink it for 3 days. And on that 4th day I picked up the cup and I noticed the warmth had left, but the tea was still there, waiting. That's when I realized I'd been gone, but the world hadn't left me. It was still inviting me back.' The farmer looked down into his bowl and said, 'Presence isn't always quiet, but it's always listening.' And I understood. He hadn't just told me how he found presence. After her passing, he had shown me how to return to it. And here you are now, the bowl in your hand, steam rising, nothing to chase, only a quiet that was already here, long before you noticed. So take a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel the matcha settle into your body. Let it steep in your awareness, like warm bronze. No rush, no trying, only listening, because the moment is already speaking, and you are here, taking it all